For the first time in months, we have solid information about Sasha Banks and her next move in the world of professional wrestling. As of today, according to sources, Sasha Banks will be at Wrestle Kingdom 17. What does this mean about her status in WWE? Is she a part of WWE or is she finished for good? I'll give you all the variables and all the details on what I think right here on Off the Script. Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking. Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is December 8th, 2022. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you from the OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Thursday afternoons. It's happy hour somewhere, bro. Thank you so much for joining me on your Thursday afternoons, wherever you may be. Follow me on social media. Links are down below. At JD from NY206 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell so you are notified of everything I do on the channel. Make sure you guys go check out all the other content on the channel, including last night's great AEW Dynamite post show where we talked about that tremendous Ricky Starks promo against MJF and the tag team title match between the Acclaimed and FTR going into Ring of Honor this weekend with Final Battle. Go check that out. Monday Night Raw, we were live on Monday. A couple of extras thrown in there. Go check all that stuff out on the homepage if you missed any of the content. And I'm going to need you guys to hit that thumbs up, man. I'm going to need 1,000 likes minimum today on OTS Extra. Let's start off with the big one, man. I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to beat around the bush. Sasha Banks. We finally got some solid, concrete information on Sasha Banks and her next move within the world of professional wrestling. She's been a highly regarded topic in the IWC. Where is she going to go? Is she going to AEW? Is she going to Impact? I don't believe there are people out there thinking that Impact's got the money to sign Sasha Banks. From Sasha Banks, we're going to Impact. Man, give me a break with that shit. You guys are a bunch of fucking comedians, man, really. She's not going to Impact. She may end up going to AEW. At this point, I don't even know, because with this news, anything is open now for Sasha Banks. Mercedes Varnado will be taking part, in New Japan Pro Wrestling for Wrestle Kingdom 17. She will be a part of the event in early January. Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes Varnado, will be in Japan next month for Wrestle Kingdom 17. PW Insiders reporting that the former WWE Women's Champion is expected to be at Wrestle Kingdom 17 for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, as of this writing, it's unclear whether she will be appearing at the show before the live crowd or just be there in attendance, and nobody knows what her role in the show is going to be, if she will have a role, but she is being brought in for the event regardless. Banks previously teased in October the idea of wrestling former WWE star Kairi Sane in Stardom, which is a sister company to New Japan Pro Wrestling that recently did a crossover event with the promotion. Banks has shown photos in recent weeks of videos and photos of her training at various places, getting ready for her in-ring return. Early this week, Banks locked down the trademark rights to her real name, Mercedes Varnado. Banks and Naomi have not been on WWE television since May. As previously reported, the talks between Banks and WWE seem to have come to a stalemate because of a money issue. Now, Banks did file for a trademark for her real name on December 1st, and she's also locked down other trademarks as well for the names of Mercedes Monet, which sounds like a new IP, sounds like a new wrestler alias, new wrestler name for Mercedes there. Monet Talks, Bank Monet, and Statement Maker, which could be used as a nickname or it could be used as the new name for her finishing move, the bank statement, now known as the statement maker. We don't know what these trademarks are going to entail. We don't know what they mean. We don't know when they're going to be used. But all of this has now transpired with Sasha Banks in the last several weeks. And if you guys go back even further to when all of this started kind of materializing in the IWC and in the dirt sheets, Sasha Banks, when she was trying to renegotiate her way out of WWE under the current contract, she wanted to go. This is when Vince was still around. There was a news article that said when she was on her way to being granted her contractual release from the company, that Sasha Banks would not be taking any independent bookings or any wrestling-related bookings until January of 2023. And now here we are today on December 8th, talking about Sasha Banks taking part in New Japan Pro Wrestling's biggest event of the year with Wrestle Kingdom 17. Before I even get into what I want to say, I want to pat myself on the back. I kind of predicted this last month when I did an extra about Sasha potentially going over to New Japan and getting involved in that world title match for the IWGP Women's Championship when Kairi won it, the finals of that tournament over in Stardom. Had a feeling Sasha Banks was going to show up there. Now, she didn't show up there, but I had a feeling that Sasha Banks would be involved in some way, shape, or form. You got to understand this about Mercedes Varnado. I don't know the woman personally, but I do know people that have been in communication with her. And from the things that I've been told, the things that I've been told about Mercedes is that she wants to go out there and do as much as she can. She wants to go out there and experience. She wants to go out there and push herself to be the very best ever. She wants to go out there and make history. That's the one thing about Sasha. She wants to make history. You think it stops by being the best of all time in WWE? Sasha Banks, as soon as she had an opening to go and do what she wanted to do, you could guarantee that that woman was going to venture off and do everything and anything she could set her mind to. And now here we are. She's potentially, we don't know yet, potentially going to be in a match with Kairi Sane for the IWGP Women's Championship. I don't know. That's just my opinion on Sasha Banks and the way the woman is built, okay? I don't know what's going on with her in WWE. I don't. I wish I did. I wish I had the late-breaking fucking story about her contractual status with the company. Now, I don't want the Sasha Banks fans and the super stans out there to get all their fucking underwear in a bunch with this news, okay? We don't know. We don't know what is going on. I'm going to throw out variables for you guys because it is a possibility that she could go any which way here. Sasha Banks, I find it very difficult to believe that Triple H is going to let her walk. There's no way that Triple H is going to let her go and do what she wants without having her tied down to WWE under some sort of agreement. I just can't see it. On the flip side, I can't see Sasha Banks not wanting to work with Triple H either. But the thing is, Sasha Banks is a very smart woman. No matter who's in charge over there, she may love working for Triple H. She may hear all the great things and hear all the great stories about how the environment has changed in WWE. But Sasha Banks is not a dummy. You go and look at the Monday Night Raw Women's Division, you go look at the SmackDown Women's Division, and I ask each and every one of you, what exactly has changed in WWE when it comes to women's wrestling? Now, if Sasha Banks shows up there, a statement will be made. But if Sasha Banks goes back to WWE, it's basically going back to the same division that she had left when she left in May. Nothing has changed. The boss has changed, but the division hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed in the division is there's been a little bit more focus on the women's division. On Monday night, at least Friday, I don't know what the fuck they're doing on Friday. On Monday, at least, we've gotten returns in Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, Dakota Kai. We got Tegan Nox back in WWE now. The only thing that's changed is that they've added more women to the overall division. But adding more women to the division doesn't make it a good division. It all ends with creative. And creative right now is still the drizzling shits. You don't think Sasha Banks knows that? Sasha Banks is not going to go back to the WWE, going back to the same shit that she had left. Nothing has changed for the better in WWE. It sucks. The women's division sucks. So Sasha Banks may want to go back, but now she figures, hey, I'm out. I'm going to do what I want to do. I want to come back, and I will give Triple H my promise I will be back, but I'm going to go and make my own new identity and go wrestle in Japan, as long as it's not in the United States. Maybe there's some sort of agreement where she is contractually tied to WWE, and Triple H, knowing that he wants her and doesn't want to really ruffle her feathers, is going to allow her to go and do what she wants to do. How many people in WWE can say that they're contractually signed to WWE and then go wrestle in New Japan and go do this and go do that, as long as it's not on American soil and it's not televised here in the United States? Who cares? Go be happy. Go do what you got to do. Go be a statement maker. I'm happy for the woman that she's able to go and do what she wants to do. This is what she's wanted to do for her entire career. This is going to be a history-making moment. Good for her. I'm very proud and very happy for her. And good on WWE, if that is the case, to let her go out there, branch off, and venture off away from the WWE bubble. Okay? That's number one. Number two, something happened on Dynamite last night. Now, this was very weird to me. And I mentioned this with Jesse on the podcast Wednesday night. They mentioned that Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, the AEW Women's Champion, are going to be teaming up against Saraya and a tag team partner, a mystery tag team partner to be named later. This will be taking place in Los Angeles at one of AEW's biggest shows of the entire year next year at the Forum in Los Angeles. Now, I don't know why AEW would announce this match a month in advance. If you're giving people the heads up a month in advance, then something big has to be occurring on that show. You're not going to announce this match a month in advance and then have Saraya come out and say, oh yeah, my tag team partner is Toni Storm. Oh yeah, my tag team partner is Thunder Rosa. Oh, my tag team partner is Chris Statlander. It's not going to really garner the big pop of announcing a match 1 month in advance with Saraya, of all women, having a mystery partner. Saraya and Sasha have history together. Saraya and Sasha are two of the leaders of the women's revolution. Sasha Banks also was the one who was in the ring when that night happened, that incident happened, and Paige had to retire for 5 years. So there could be a little nice right back around here with Sasha Banks, Mercedes in AEW potentially being announced as the mystery partner. Now, I don't know why it would be anybody but a huge deal. Why would you announce this match a month in advance and then have it be fucking Toni Storm or Thunder Rosa? Now, Thunder Rosa would make sense to continue her feud with Britt Baker, and it would be a shock after the way she had exited AEW, but it's not going to really be a game-breaking situation. It's not going to break the internet type story. There's a potential that Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné could end up in AEW. They're working with New Japan, right? WWE, I know they want Sasha Banks, but who's to say that Sasha is just fucking done completely? We don't know. Sasha Banks could realistically end up in AEW as Saraya's tag team partner for that tag team match with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter in Los Angeles for that big show that AEW is putting on in the beginning of the year. It all lines up. We got that last night. Then we got Sasha Banks announced for New Japan today. I mean, I don't find that to be a fucking coincidence whatsoever. Now, I'm just saying it is a possibility. Don't mix my words up. I'm not saying that this is what it is. These are just the variables that are out there. It's either one or the other. But if it is AEW, and she does go to AEW and team with Saraya, I could sit here and tell you, thank fucking Christ, we're not getting AEW bringing in Sasha Banks as far as Bow Wow is concerned, to have him choose her to go wrestle Jade Cargill, because that would be fucking atrocious. And I don't think Sasha Banks would look good coming out of that at all. That's just so beneath her. But we have Sasha Banks here, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom, and listen, This is going to really be a test for the Sasha stans out there, man. I know you all want Sasha to go back to WWE. You love your Sasha Banks, and you love all this shit about Sasha and WWE, man. These people can't fucking accept change is on the horizon. If you're such a fan of Sasha Banks, I don't know why you would stifle her and want her to not go out there, live life, be happy, and experience everything that she could possibly accomplish in the world of pro wrestling. I don't get it. If you're a Sasha fan and you don't like this, then you're not really a Sasha Banks fan. You're not. You're a fucking complete hypocrite and you're fake. Now, if you are happy about Sasha Banks and you are interested and excited for Sasha Banks and you love Sasha Banks genuinely, you're going to go watch Sasha Banks wherever she goes, no matter if it's New Japan, fucking I can't even say it, man. MLW, New Japan, AEW, it doesn't matter. Where she goes, you go because you're a fan. But if she leaves WWE and you're no longer a fan and you want to drop everything Sasha Banks from your fucking Twitter handle and your avatar and your fucking header and all this other shit, right, then you're not really a fan of Mercedes and what she does. It's going to be a very eye-opening experience how many people drop like flies when Sasha Banks doesn't go back to WWE. If she doesn't go back to WWE. So these are the variables, folks. These are the variables out there. You either live with it or you don't. And we're all going to move on. No matter what happens here on this show, I'm going to support Mercedes in whatever venture she wants to go out there and do. Simple. Very happy for her if she is going to be taking part in New Japan and wrestling for the IWGP Women's Championship. Logan Paul. There's a potential Logan Paul spoiler for the Royal Rumble. Now, he's not going to win the Royal Rumble. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. I'm not insinuating that Logan Paul is going to win the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is a beast of its own, right? You could set up a WrestleMania match for Logan Paul in the Royal Rumble. You could do something along those lines to set up what he's going to be doing at WrestleMania with whomever. But Logan Paul hasn't been seen on WWE television since he unsuccessfully challenged Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at Crown Jewel. Great showing by Logan Paul. Tremendous showing. Hours after the event, Logan Paul announced that he tore his MCL and meniscus, as well as potentially tearing his ACL during the match. Although it was originally believed he tore his ACL, it's only the MCL and meniscus, which means he won't need surgery. In a recent breakdown video from Wade Clemens and FaZe Sensei, Wade stated that he heard that Paul is going to try and wrestle in 6 weeks, which lines up around the Royal Rumble on January 28th. The news was mentioned while talking about Conor McGregor's body transformation after suffering a broken leg. Fair play. I would do the same thing that other guys don't, and like almost a pay-to-win type thing because Conor has the money to do it, and some other guys may not. But that's the game you play if you're a superstar and you have that kind of money. The same reason that Logan Paul has talked about he's going to get stem cell therapy. We got an update on that. His MCL was the only thing that was torn. He didn't have a triple tear. He's going to try and wrestle in 6 weeks, apparently. He's going to get stem cell stuff, and that stuff is great. You have the money to do it. Why the fuck not? End quote. Now, that is from Wade Clemens. Now, Wade has broken news in the past in the boxing world, a scene that Paul is definitely a part of with his brother. Paul may announce his entry in the Men's Royal Rumble match, or he may make a surprise return in the match itself. So I would be okay with that. And like I said, we said the same thing with Survivor Series, where Survivor Series War Games was going to be a statement show for Triple H. It was the first of its kind on the main roster. They did a great job with what they did. Obviously, it will get better over time with War Games moving forward on the main roster. You got to get everybody acclimated with it. You got to get a sense of familiarity with it, right? The Royal Rumble is going to be the absolute biggest statement show that Triple H undertakes and goes head on in for 2023. It's all going to really kick off his road to WrestleMania, and that's the most exciting thing about it. And if Logan Paul is not a part of the Royal Rumble, I would be shocked. This is what you signed him for. This is what you're paying him. You're not paying him to sit at home during one of the biggest events of the entire year. 32 fucking years we've had, probably around that time, right? 32 years of the Royal Rumble. You're not going to, this is going to be the biggest Royal Rumble of all time. And you're not going to have Logan Paul there? Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam. These are the types of shows that he's going to take part in. Crown Jewel. This is what you're paying him, right? This is what you're paying him for. So if he's not there, I would be shocked. I'm glad to know that he's not really fucking injured. They made it sound like the end of the fucking world when he got finished with that Roman Reigns match. But I'm glad to see that he's doing what he needs to do, and he's rehabilitating, and he's working out, and he's going to get back hopefully in 6 weeks. I would hate for him to miss WrestleMania. And if you don't like Logan Paul, because the injury that he suffered should take him through WrestleMania, and he should be out with what he's dealing with here. And it looks like he's not. And I don't really give a shit what you think of Logan Paul. He is the greatest celebrity signing that WWE has ever had in their company. And he's absolutely blown the roof off as far as performances go for everybody that is a grade A celebrity. You're never going to have, never, in this lifetime, never going to have somebody like Logan Paul come in and do what Logan Paul did against Roman Reigns. Nobody. But this is why they signed him. They knew what they were getting. Now, we didn't know what the fuck he was capable of. We didn't know he was going to be that good, but after the 3 fucking matches, and especially, not even the 3 matches, after that last match with Roman Reigns, if you have a problem with Logan Paul being in anything big with WWE, I mean, I think you're going to need to check yourself at the fucking door, bro. This is the way of the world now. Logan Paul is going to be ingrained in WWE at least for the next 3-4 years. So get used to it. And with the level of performances that he's put on, I don't know why anybody would have a fucking problem with him being a part of anything. I hope he's at the Royal Rumble. I hope he's at WrestleMania in a big match against a John Cena or somebody of that level. I'm looking forward to it, especially after what he did with Reigns. One of the best world title matches of the entire year was that match. And I stick by that. There were a couple other things I said in that fucking post-show review of Crown Jewel that I stick by. And you know what they are. Just give it time. I would not mind seeing that happen. And finally, guys, we have NXT news. WWE has officially announced that they will be moving their premium live events for NXT out of the Performance Center. Oh, my fucking goodness. Oh, my God. Now, they're not TakeOver. Nothing will ever be TakeOver. But to not hear that absolutely cringe-fest crowd in the Performance Center every fucking show, man, that's great news to me. I may actually be interested in what they got going on here. WWE officially announced date and location for their first premium live event of 2023 called Vengeance Day. It is set for February 4th in Charlotte, and this will be taking place on February 4th at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tickets for this premium live event go on sale next Friday at 10 a.m. This marks the first time that a premium live event for NXT has taken place in North Carolina, and the first time since February 2020 that a standalone NXT pay-per-view has taken place outside of the state of Florida. Oh, my goodness, man. It's been that long, huh? It's been that long. It's been fucking terrible. Vengeance Day, obviously, no card yet announced. We got Deadline, their last premium live event on Saturday nights before, or that's after Ring of Honor, I should say. Before the year is over, that is their last show. And for more than 2 years, says Shawn Michaels, for more than 2 years, we've heard the requests from WWE Universe to bring NXT back on the road, and that day has finally arrived. And he says, at Vengeance Day, we look forward to delivering an incredible night of action that our fans in Charlotte and those watching live around the world will never forget. Yeah, sure. They make it sound like, oh my God, it's going to be the greatest show ever. I don't give a fuck what's on the show. The simple fact of the matter is that they're outside of the Performance Center. That is a win, and I'll take it when they come, because you rarely see W's in NXT, man. That is a huge fucking W in NXT's world. I love it. Now, depending on what the show's going to be, it can't be any worse than having the fucking show inside the Performance Center. Hopefully the card backs up the audience, and hopefully the audience is excited about what they're fucking seeing. I'm not expecting a TakeOver Brooklyn fucking crowd, but anything is better than those simpletons in Florida that cheer for basically, and I could take a fucking shit in the middle of the ring and they'd fucking cheer it with chants of ridiculous. That's good news. I'm very happy for NXT that they're moving out of the Performance Center, and hopefully it is a regular thing moving forward. Guys, that's all I got for you on this extra. If you enjoyed the show, let me know what you guys think down below. Hit that thumbs up. I need 1,000 likes minimum. Leave a comment on the Sasha Banks stuff. Leave a comment on the Logan Paul stuff. Let me know what you guys think about these big stories that broke today right here on OTS. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell for all notifications. Next time you see me, I'll be live on Friday night after SmackDown right here on Off the Script. Until then, guys, have a great Thursday, and I'll see you live right back here on YouTube for SmackDown on Off the Script.